for past 3 days and cut this tree down right here. We're almost done with the tree. We've just got that little bit left. The whole front side's gone. I'm doing all this by myself, keep in mind. So we open this all up, open these all up. I've only got 2 bushes left to do. So I've already opened that one up. I've opened that one, this one. I'm in the process of getting the rest of this. Oh, God damn it. Sorry, Lord. Then we got that one trimmed. We got to get this one and this one left. And then clear this out in the middle a little bit. But as you can see, this is what they come out like afterwards. Which you don't get very many people that actually get in here and clean this stuff out the way I am. So normally people would just come and zip, trim up the sides, and leave all that bullshit in the middle. This guy wants it cleaned out, so that's what we're doing. There's a whole tree in here that we didn't see in the beginning, so I'm taking that out too. All these vines. Hope you're all blessed out here today. Hope everybody's safe. Anyone that's out here watching. Where can I put you down now? Is that better? I'm sorry. I've been talking that whole fucking time too. Son of a bitch. You didn't hear anything I just said to you. So let's recap then. What I was saying is we're down to the last 2 bushes here. I'm done with my other job site, so we're focusing here permanently right now till we get this one done. I've got these all opened up. I know you remember how bad they were in the videos. Got these all opened up, this one all opened up. Finishing just a little bit right here. We're gonna leave these a little more closed in because they've got dogs next door. And then we're gonna clean the dead shit out of this one and this one. Done with the bushes today. Then we'll get the rest of this cleared up. Just out of this one alone, I got from here all the way over and around to here and back there, just out of this one group of eureka palms. Up front here, I've got the entire front half of this tree off already. I've got about 9 cuts left on the whole tree. Dang it. So we'll walk up front and look at the tree. I figured I'd go live with some of my work today because why not, right? So I just want to show you, I have to be out here every day doing this before I can go back home and do all my research. So at night, before I go to bed, I read as much news as I can for the next day. And then when I get off work, I give myself at least 2 to 2.5 hours to look up news and research stuff for you. But until the channel grows, I have to do this all day. Otherwise, we would have better stuff going on the channel. So once the merch starts dropping and the channel starts building up again and we can afford to not have to do this right here, we'll get some good quality content coming back out. You know what I mean? But if you remember this tree, the whole tree, this is what I've pulled out so far. There's a lot of big limbs in there too. But the whole tree was over every part of the house. So by myself, I've already dropped all those massive limbs like this off of this. And all I've got left is this. I'll take that down in one shot. I'll take that down in one shot. And then like 3 cuts on this one right here. So I'll do 1 cut, a big cut on the other side, and then whoop. So probably on my last 2 days, 2.5 days. Keep in mind, I'm doing all of this by myself with no help. So just do the best I can, you know what I mean? Why don't you hire somebody? Because I can't afford it. I don't charge enough. I've worked mostly for combat wounded disabled veterans, and they get like a 42% discount compared to what I'd charge everybody else. Like the job I'm on right now, I'm going to make enough to dump the job. You know what I mean? Our dump fees went up. I made a video about that earlier. Our dump fees went up through the roof. It's now $48 for in-town residential to dump at our dump and $97 for landscape commercial per ton. That tree alone is going to be like 12 tons. You know what I mean? That tree alone is going to be like 12 tons. So my only other option is dumping it by the yard. And holy fuck, I mean, look around. Dumping it by the yard, I'm going to end up getting 40, 50 yards out of this thing, and it's $50 a yard. So we've only got the 3 dumps locally. Well, no, we got 2 dumps locally. No, 1 dump locally, because DeSoto Sand and Fill is in DeSoto. So we have 1 local dump to dump this tree debris at. And they're super expensive because it's waste management. You know what I mean? I've got people, I just made a video earlier today, and I'll repeat it again if any of you tree guys that know me in Port Charlotte. No, I can't haul anything off for you. I've gotten 4 calls today asking if I could come do a job for you because you don't want to haul it off. No, I can't. I'm going to rent a claw truck for this one. Shit. I'm not even putting this shit in my trailer. So I'm trying to get out of this, guys. I'm trying to get full-time back in to giving the news and get my merch going. Things are just expensive right now. You know what I mean? Every time I finish a job, I got to pay my bills. So I'm going to get back to work. Like I said, I'll talk when I can. But I figured, hey, this is a way for me to get some content in for the day and go live while I'm at work instead of just my live at 7:30 tonight, which those are doing pretty good. So thank you guys. Next month, my payout's going to be nice and decent. This will be the first, like, since we got remonetized 2 months ago, this will be my first decent payout. So 2 months in, you only get paid once a month. So 2 months in, and I'm going to have a decent enough payout to get some more ink and stuff to keep the merch running as well. So I'm paying out of my own pocket, obviously, to get the machines. I've already got everything priced out. I looked up everything last night. All American made shirts, like always. I mean, if I didn't want to do all American made, then I could just go to Walmart and buy a bunch of fucking shirts. But I don't want to do that. So, yeah, I love you guys. Where the fuck did I just put my gloves at? Anybody just happen to pay attention to where I put my gloves down at? There they are. Oh! That's the only downside to having all this crap all over the place out here. Losing tools inside of it. But as you can see, all of this has come out of the back. Yes, that's all garbage that I've pulled out of these. See, just the yardage on this part of it right here, if I went to a dump by the yard, would be a son of a bitch. Not to mention all of that whole tree on the other side still coming out. You know, so what I'm going to end up doing is I got my pedophile size wood chipper. It's a wood chipper that can handle up to 3 inches. You know, most limbs are only about 2.5 to 3 inches wide. So I got the little red pedophile wood chipper. I'm gonna bring that over here, and anything under 3 inches or 3 inches, we're gonna fucking pulp that shit up, and that's gonna make it lighter. So, hey, clearly you didn't watch my other video where normally I would spike and climb that tree out there, but my 2511 and my brand new pole saw, if you remember, that I literally just bought 2 weeks ago, haven't even ran yet. I tied them up in this tree with the ladder there over the weekend, and somebody grabbed them, so I had to make a police report the other day. That's why I was saying, you ain't gonna stop me. I'm still gonna get out here and bust my ass. I still got a bunch of ropes and shit. So, you know, I'm tying everything off and lowering it, you know, rigging and roping it down. Would I prefer to be in my harness and hanging from the tree? Absolutely. Will that stop me from getting the fucking job done? Absolutely not. I've been doing this for 28 years. I could fucking cut a whole tree down with a handsaw if I have to. But thank God I have the backup battery saws and I have the backup pole saw, you know, because I can't afford that Echo 14-foot extendable. That fucking thing costs $600, bro, at Home Depot. We don't have an Echo dealer here anymore. And I fucking hate Still. Their product, you can't even call their product Still anymore. You can call them aluminum company now, because everything's made out of fucking aluminum and it's garbage. Electric start bullshit. You could run Echo as dirty as you want to, and that thing will still keep running. 50 to 1, 40 to 1, it doesn't matter. That shit will still keep running. I'll show you an example. I'll show you my 14-and-a-half-year-old fucking, what is it, a 155 hedge trimmer. And that thing is, I run it as dirty as I want to. No problems with it. So hold on. This is, I've had this thing fucking ever, bro. Yeah, it is a 150. Okay. So, the 150 runs dirty. You fucker. Oh, maybe I should turn the switch on. This is back, you know, when everything, even the safety switches, are nice metal little switches, not this plastic bullshit that slides over and breaks every time you use it. You know, I prefer to buy old machines and fix them, because the new machines, you're just going to be fixing them the whole time you own them. Run it for 3 days and fucking bubble gets all fucked up. Gas lines get all messed up. So I'm going to put you down in a minute here and I'm going to keep working. We've got a pretty decent newscast for tonight. A lot more shit happened. A lot of stuff happened that we just didn't hear about. You know, I mean, this was probably the most violent Christmas we've had in the history of my lifetime, but nobody was paying attention to what was going on. If you don't know the statistics, between just Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, 135 Islamic-inspired Muslim attacks around the world on Christmas tree lightings and Christian events. And in America alone, just on Christmas Eve and Christmas, 42 attacks. And that's not including the wackos that shot the state trooper point blank range in the back of the head, executed him, walked in the DMV and executed him, or outside executed him, just walked up and then shot 2 civilians. And that's not including the suspicious packages found in San Francisco airports that had to shut the airport down for 5 hours, fucking up commerce on that. That's not including all the extra bomb threats all over the place, everywhere. So all through December here in Florida, we've been having all kinds of crazy bomb threats on our colleges here. 3 colleges last week shut down here for the whole day. They had to search the campus and the surrounding area for active threats. So Southwest Florida is getting kind of frosty right now, guys. Be careful out here. Pay attention to what's going on, because as you know, if you're a local of Florida, they won't give you the news. If it makes Florida look bad, they won't tell you. So especially down here around the Sarasota, Fort Myers area. So just keep your head on a swivel and pay attention to what's going on. I told y'all once they deemed these people terrorists here, things were going to get fucking nuts. Because now these people have no recourse. You know what I mean? They have no recourse whatsoever, no legal recourse in the state of Florida. So, okay, I'm going to get back, let you watch me work for a minute, and then we'll talk some more when I'm able to. How am I going to put you? Can you see me from there? Yeah. I love you guys, and I hope you're blessed today. Hope everybody's super safe out here. Hope y'all are, just remember, if we focus on fixing the country by ourselves, we're going to fail. Do you understand? If we just sit out here and we focus on fixing the entire country by ourselves, we're going to fail. But if each one of us focus on our local community and we pass that on, and all of us in this country start focusing on our local communities, we can get a lot more done. So start focusing on, if you live in Florida, start focusing on fighting for Florida. If you live in California, start focusing on fighting for your state. Let's not make this about getting the views and make this about spreading the truth. How about that? Make this about saving our communities instead of about being famous. I love you guys. Just remember, Jesus is king. So if you're doing shit like this by hand, which you kind of have to with this, and you're using a pair of these, pull the things all the way out and then cut them. And then when you want to clean out the middle, take them like this, shove them in, pull up. Once you've got a little bit of that nice and cleared out, then you can take your hands, get up in here, like shove your hands all the way up in here, and just start pulling up. Look at all those brown ones that start coming out. pokes out when you pull it, just cut it off. It's a palm, it'll grow back. Those are in my way, so no, they're not. No, that's not. Now we can leave what's in the middle once we get the dead stuff out. And he's still got the privacy, but it looks clean. You know what I mean? When you get down low and you grab around the bottom of that tree, squeeze, and then pull, and those bottom flanks will come off. Then you can get your hands down in here. Yeah, look at that. See how much cleaner that makes that? You know, guys, that's what I was telling you about the other night. If you want to make some money, and you don't want to have government help, and you don't want to, rely on other people, do this. Drive around with your vehicle and bid some jobs. You know what I mean? If you have to rent a truck to haul stuff off, you can do that. So this is easy stuff that anybody can do. I mean, not easy, but it's pretty self-explanatory. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to trim some bushes. I mean, they're all right ways to do it, but you can be an average retard to do this. Look at me. Just what you got to do is, if it's going to take you a little longer than most, and you're going to do it by yourself, make sure you do a better job than the other people would. Make sure your prices are better. Make sure you show up every day and don't make excuses and not come. You know what I mean? Once you get part of the way in the job and say, oh man, that thing's harder than I thought it was going to be. Well, tough shit. You made a responsibility to finish it, So, it's all part of growing up, guys. We do things we don't want to. Do you think I want to be out here in the sun doing this? Do you think I wouldn't rather be making shirts right now? I'm an old man. When I was in my 20s, like most of you are, and in my teens, I would have kicked this fucking tree down and been happy doing it. That's back when you didn't have to worry about your back when you turned a certain way. Don't break on me and let me fall. Thank you. Thank you for not breaking. Okay, one left, guys. One left over there. Nice. Like I said, he still wanted some. He still wanted some sun coverage compared to the ones over there. So he wanted to keep sun coverage going because the neighbors have a bunch of dogs and they bark. And on this side, he has a privacy fence. So one of those bushes left, and then we'll get up in this tree, start cutting some of this out. I figured we head out of here today about 2:30. I haven't had lunch and I'm a little bit hungry. It's about 85, 90 today here. Well, no. I guess a pushback on that one. No, because we didn't have taxes before, you idiot. We didn't have taxes until the World War. You understand that, right? Before that, it was all tariffs. Like, we had the tea tax and we had stuff like that. We didn't have an income tax. We didn't have all that shit. It was all tariffs. When the country was the richest it's ever been is when we were run under tariffs. Get it right. We've never been a great country since we started taxes. Started taxing everything, ever. Ever since the Fed has been around and the IRS, that's when the country's gone downhill. We've never taxed the rich. That's never been a thing here. We tariffed, and wait until you see, just give it another year. And then if I'm wrong, I'll say, oh, well, shit, I'm wrong. Give it another year and a half, and see what these tariffs do for you. You're going to be extremely happy. If you have a 401k right now, you're very happy. You're very, very happy. Your 401k is up hundreds of % right now. Stock's up right now. Bunch of things jumped up. More good news on the country. Are things expensive? Yeah, things are expensive. And I tried to explain to people, prices aren't going to go back down to where they were pre-Biden. They just won't. They've fucked this country to the point. Why would a corporation that's making all these extra billions of dollars, now that shit's getting cheaper, put the prices back down? Doesn't make sense, does it? They won't. And in every blue state right now, holy fuck. No wonder you guys think the country's fucked. I was looking at your prices in New York. Dude, your gas is like $2 more a gallon than ours is down here in Florida. And everywhere else, anywhere in the South, your gas is twice as expensive than ours is. Your milk is twice as expensive as ours is. Your eggs are fucking 3 times more expensive than ours. So now I see why these people think that the country's not getting any better, because in your blue state, shit's still going up. Shit's not still going up in the red states. You understand that, right? Our prices on food have been going down. Have they been dropping exponentially by dollars and dollars? No, they haven't. But our president's only been in for a year. 1 year. That's it. Okay, when Biden was in for a year, you were still blaming everything on Trump. Trump's been in for a year. Everything's Trump's fault still. So for 4.5 years under Biden, when everything was horribly bad, to the point where people couldn't survive, more homeless people under Joe Biden than we've ever gained under a sitting president in the history of fucking time, by the way. It was Trump's fault. Trump's in office. Biden just ran the country for 4.5 years. It's still Trump's fault. That's how we know you people, we can't take you seriously. You know what I mean? Because you can't, that's the difference. I can accept when I'm wrong, I tell you I'm wrong. I'm half retarded. I tell you I'm half fucking retarded, but I still get out here to the best of my ability with the best knowledge I can and give you the truth of the facts that I can figure out and find out. Okay, and if I'm wrong, I make a retraction video every time. Doesn't bother me. Yeah, TDS. Trump derangement syndrome, 100%. And these people have all this Christian phobia going on right now. I'm so offended. We're going to have to start charging these people with hate crimes for being Christian phobic. It's horrible. Horrible. Oh, that's satire, by the way, if you don't understand. Because I'm Islamophobic. Listen, being phobic means you're scared of something. Okay? We're not scared of Muslims. We despise the evil demonic religion that allows them to beat women, fucking rape little children, and have to kill anyone that doesn't convert to their religion. Okay? Islam is of the devil. Plain and simple. What is it? Isaiah or Ezekiel prophesied that an angel of light will come upon false prophets and speak of them of a religion of God that is not of God, it is of the devil, and it is demonic grace. Muhammad said he met an angel of light in a cave that told him about a religion of God, but it's not of God, it's of the devil and demonic grace. The Bible talks about this. So, I mean, it is what it is. Before you talk shit, you haven't read a Quran. You've never read a Quran in your life. You don't know what a surah is. You don't know what a hadith is. You don't know the difference between a sheikh and a Muslim. So don't talk to me about the Muslim faith, troll. because you've literally never picked up a Quran in your life and you don't understand the difference between Hebrew, Arabic, and Greek. You know? So, and there's a massive difference between the three languages. And speaking words in those languages and knowing how to decipher those words makes a huge difference on what you're reading. Being able to read past the 33rd page on the fucking Quran in the first place. There's a reason there's 33 pages before it gets dark, you know? Because the 33 pages are the practice of taqiyya. Taqqiya. Taqiyya. In the Arabic religion, in the Islam, in Muslim, in the Quran, the practice of taqiyya is the practice of lying to the infidel and the unbeliever to infiltrate and take over with Islam. They have an actual practice in their religious text that tells them to lie to you to take over your country. So, and in the Quran, when the Jews hide behind the trees and the rocks, Allah says, you are the chosen people of Islam. So the trees and the rocks will all scream, a Jew is hiding behind me. A Jew is hiding here. Come and slaughter them at the neck with your sword, is what the Quran says. For any unbelievers or infidel. Okay, so let's make that very clear. Every Muslim country, every single Muslim country, it's legal to rape children. 9 years old and up, fair game. Muhammad was a pedophile that married a 6-year-old and raped her when she was 9. You know why he consummated it when she was 9? Because that's when puberty is considered in a Muslim country. And the moment a girl reaches puberty, they're allowed to be raped by a man. It's legal. Child rape is legal in all Muslim countries. And don't get me started about all this Somalian shit. We'll get into that tonight. I'm going to go back to work. I love you guys. Let's, can you see that little bush? Yeah. You see that little bush? This one will leave closed up as much as possible because this is his direct shade, his direct barrier from his neighbors. So if you have an old pole saw, these are perfect for this. You just stick it right up in the tree like this, start pulling. You want to get the top parts out first, you can with this. And this one has that specific little hook on the end of it, so it also cuts the green ones that are in my way. Woo! eyeball. That sucks. Come back, snake. Come here. There you go. You got away. Oh, God, I gotta get down a minute. Whew. Fucking roofing pile? Yeah. What's up, everybody? I'll move you over here. See what I'm doing on this side. So, I don't usually do lives at work, but I figured I'd show you what I do and show you that some of us are actually out here busting our ass all day, sweating before we go live. This is what I have to do so I can afford to be able to go live an hour a night. If I had more time during the day to prepare my lives, so once, like I said, once the merch is going, once the channel builds back up, we'll be able to focus more time on that, so till then I got to do this all day and then go home and do that for 2 hours, and then go live for an hour. And yes, that does smash the fuck out of my fingers when I move those trees apart and they close on my hand. You just get used to it. And yes, I'm covered in all kinds of cuts and scrapes from doing this. All over my arms. Nice. Nice. Vanilla, nice, nice, baby. Oh. Okay. I'll take a look at what's going on here now. I've spent 3 days on this job. As I made it very, that's all, see, and this person knows this is talking shit. That shows you how much of a piece of shit they are. And I never thought I would be on board with the fact that abort these motherfuckers even at this age. I'm cool with that at this point. Because they have no truth, knowledge, nothing good about them whatsoever. He knows I've been on this job for 3 days. And I have 5 job sites open at the same time, working them all by myself right now. So like I said in my video earlier today, I finally finished up the other job site. I can focus on this one. I've spent 3 days on this by myself, and I've gotten this much done. And I've already hauled 2 trailers full out of here. So it's been a fun job. But this will be day number 4. You could tell that guy's never worked a day in his fucking life. Ever. You've never worked a day in your life. Put up a crap. What? So, not to mention the fact that I've also gotten all of this done in that amount of time. Everything that was hanging over top of this tree is all now gone. Or over top of this house is all gone. All 12 of these little trees are now gone. I'll have the rest of this cut down by tomorrow. This will be done. Finishing up the bushes as we speak. So 4 days by yourself. And as you know, every single one of these were done by hand except for the last 3. I'm just going to be honest. It beat the fuck out of me. Doing all this shit by hand with a fucking handsaw and hand clippers the whole time for fucking 3 days straight. Beat the fuck out of me. Trying to cut that tree down with the handsaw. I said, nah, fuck that shit. I said, fuck that shit. Talked to the customer. I was like, hey, look, man, I'm going to have to bring some gas stuff in. We're going to have to use some machines. So you can see the difference in how much faster. Like when I got here today, I got here at 7 o'clock this morning, 7:30 this morning, something like that. And I had half of that done. So just today, from here all the way over to there, I'm done into there. That's the last one to finish up right there. So today I got all that done. And I got that massive limb cut down out here this morning when I first got here. So making good progress. What did you do? Oh, Kira. Look at this fluff. Look at this fluff. Look how dirty that fluff is right now. That's the dirtiest fluff ever. Look at your feet. Oh, Kira. Well, there's another bath later today. Damn. Okay, guys. Oh, God. I'm at work working my ass off while you're sitting in my comments. See, this proves everything about this person. This person's either a robot or they live with their mommy and they don't have to do anything in their life because I told you, I never go live during the day. Every single time I'm live. If I were live 24 hours a day, this person would be on my fucking comments the entire time. That's all they do. They have their own AI fucking YouTube pages dedicated to me. They have YouTube pages, X pages dedicated to me. They got me all over on Blue Sky. I'm gaining followers and getting more famous because of my trolls. Does that work like that for anybody else? I love it. I'll never ban these fucking people. Because no matter what, they call me a loser. But you're the one that's sitting in your house 24 hours a day waiting for people like me to get on the internet because you have literally nothing else in your life. You're such a sad, pathetic fucking loser that you're not even at work right now. You're on the internet watching me while I'm at work talking shit about me saying I need to go to work. That makes no sense. You're a bot. So if these comments continue like this, no, they're not 14 years old because I have all my videos. You can see it says made not for kids. So, well, I mean, if they are 14, then YouTube can be sued for that now because in the state of Florida, teenagers aren't allowed to use the internet without specific permissions and all kinds of other stuff. It's illegal for anyone under the age of 16 to use social media in Florida now. You know about that, right? Or is it that? Oh, is that Australia? Did we pass the law yet? I'll have to look that up. Don't fact check me on that. I'll have to look that up. We do have a law and legislation that teenagers are no longer allowed to use the internet in Florida or social media. And it is a misdemeanor offense, and your parents will be arrested for that, just so you know. That's how the law works. They don't arrest the child, they fine and arrest the parent. Because the parents are supposed to be keeping track of what's going on with their children. So, I mean, it's going to be fun now that that's starting up, right? Yeah. And if they are 14, even the sadder, right? They're never going to have anything in life. If this is the mentality they have, they're going to be homeless junkies living on the fucking streets, not knowing how to survive. Because most, even Hassan Piker's losing 1 million followers a day right now. Most leftists are losing followers so fast it's not even funny. If you notice, all these leftists have to go on the internet and be on the internet for like 12 hours a day. I get just as many views on one live as half of you get being live all fucking day. So, whatever. But anyway, I'm about to climb up in this tree, so I'll go live when I get home this afternoon, like I always do. We'll try to have a good live tonight. And my patriots, just understand, it's close. Our time is almost here. We've got militia after militia and veteran group after veteran group ready to stand up against these Muslims right now. And things are about to get interesting in America. Things are about to get real interesting. Now it's our turn to get in the streets. And the difference is you can't do anything to stop us. Have a blessed day, guys.